You guys, I genuinely wish this wasn't true. Because every time we think we've seen the worst of Resilient Jenkins, somehow she proves us wrong. And this time, it's not about drama or petty influencer gossip. It's about her kids, her choices, and what people are calling out as some of the most reckless, dangerous, and disturbing behavior they have ever seen from her. Every new post sparks debates, DMs, and online threads from parents and viewers who just can't understand how someone can act this way in front of children. Let's get into it because there is a lot to unpack. And then there is the pattern of destruction, the way Stephanie treats every single space she occupies. And when I say destruction, I am not just talking about few dirty dishes or clutter from a busy week. No, I mean total disregard for everything around her. It's the kind of thing where you look at the footage and you're just like, how did it get this bad? The motel room she's currently in, you guys, it's reportedly filthy beyond what words can explain. I wish I was exaggerating. The door? Scratched, dented, and discolored as if someone's been clawing to get out or maybe trying to keep something in. The walls have stains, the lights are dim, and the whole atmosphere just screams exhaustion. The floor? Littered with clutter, old food wrappers, toys, clothes, just chaos everywhere.
This damn resilient door, and people keep telling them to rent. And y'all wonder why nobody approves them unless you want your place condemned.
It's the kind of scene that makes you instinctively want to open a window even though you're just watching through a screen. You can almost smell it through the phone, like that mix of stale air and spilled drinks that never got cleaned up. And honestly, it's heartbreaking to see kids growing up in that kind of environment because it doesn't just look bad, it feels heavy, it feels hopeless, and it's hard to imagine any child calling that space home. You can tell no kid should have to exist in a place that looks like despair itself. And the worst part? This isn't even an isolated moment. It's a pattern, a lifestyle. Stephanie has been filmed using down dish soap in washing machines at laundromats. And if you know, you know. That's basically a disaster waiting to happen. Dish soap in a washing machine causes crazy bubbles, overflows the drum, messes with the mechanics, and leaves residue everywhere. It's something you learn not to do as soon as you start doing your own laundry. Every washing machine manually literally warns against it. And yet, there she was, doing it like it was some secret life hack, smiling for the camera while pouring it in. And when the machine started leaking water afterward, what did she do? She laughed, shrugged it off, like, not my problem. Because apparently, when it's not her property, she doesn't care. The lack of accountability is wild.
Dawn dish soap in the public washing machine.
I like that. Just see.
Bethany damaging more property that isn't hers and then complains about the plumbing leaking.
I'll find too much of that stuff on the bottom this time.
I've literally never seen anyone who does everything wrong.
And I'm gonna run it on mixed. That's $2. Second load for washer.
Now she complains about water leaking. What a dumbass.
It's not my issue, but like, it still freaks me out.
And this pattern? It didn't start with a motel. It stretches back to her old apartment, where the stories are even worse. That place was reportedly left in a filthy state. Floors sticky and dirty, rooms crawling with fleas and bed bugs. Her kids even got lice at one point, and she didn't seem to take it seriously. Her cats? They made a mess everywhere. Windsills, carpets, beddings, and she just complained about it instead of cleaning. That apartment became unlivable. And on top of all that, she didn't pay her rent. She got evicted while overcrowding the place with way more people than were approved under the housing program. The whole thing spiraled because she wouldn't take basic responsibility for her living space. And that's the thing. This isn't just about messy habits.
Jesus Christ, dude. Someone please explain to me how one room can get this messy, apparently multiple times a day, according to her. She claims that her and Drew clean 3 to 4 times a day, sweep 3 to 4 times a day, mop multiple times a week, and the room continues to look like this daily. You actually watched this video. With the last clip, Stephanie was stepping on all of those crumbs on the floor, and then her baby girl was crawling right behind her, putting those crumbs in her mouth. Ew. First of all, I know babies put random shit in their mouth. Like, I'm not clueless. But, like, ew. I don't know. This, in and of itself, all of this laundry, like, does Drew just, like, take off his clothes and just throw them everywhere? I don't understand what is happening. A random pill bottle right under the toddler's feet? A prescription pill bottle at that. If it was Tylenol or ibuprofen, like, I wouldn't be tripping about it, but this is a prescription pill bottle. God knows what that is. I have no words. We all know this woman makes some sort of money on TikTok and FB and all these other apps that she's a part of. Can she not, like, invest in some sort of storage situation so that she can stop leaving her pots and pans and other things on the floor? It is so unsanitary. I swear to God. I don't understand, like, and she claims she's a clean freak. Clean freaks don't do this. There are 2 adults living in this motel room, 3 children over the age of like 8 or 9, and mind you, those 3 children are gone half of the day because they're in school now, and then you have a toddler and a baby, and it gets this messy multiple times a day, according to her. Genuinely, I don't believe that she cleans multiple times a day, because there's no way. I even saw somebody comment on one of her videos that she has 5 boys and her house looks nothing like one room looks nothing like this after they've been playing in it all day long. This is not normal. This is the environment that 5 children have to live in every single day for months and months on end. Like, this is worrisome. 5 developing children should not be in this dirty and dark of an environment.
It's about neglect, about ignoring the consequences that always circle back. Every new place she goes to ends up the same way, ruined, left in worse shape than before, and she still somehow finds a way to play the victim online. It's like she wants sympathy but never change. And every single time, it's the kids who end up paying the price, growing up in unsafe, unstable, unclean environments while she jumps on live stream to talk about being misunderstood. It's exhausting to watch, and you can't help but wonder when the cycle will finally stop. Why Stephanie is still in that motel. Now, here's what confuses everyone. If she's had so many issues with housing, why doesn't she leave the motel? Like, genuinely, what's keeping her there? Because at this point, it's not like she doesn't have options. People have offered help, sent her links to housing programs, even DM'd her with potential apartments and resources. Some have gone as far as offering furniture or donations. There have been so many lifelines thrown her way, but every single time, she stays.
It has been a whopping 228 days since the Resilient Jenkins have been in the motel shelter room situation. 228 days that they've been homeless. 228 days since Stephanie and Drew got evicted from their apartment and forced all of their children into this dirty, cluttered, dark motel room. I promise she would get so much more support from people if she just stopped exploiting her children and her situation online and actually showed people what she is doing to actively get her and her kids out of this situation. There have been countless other moms on this app that have started their accounts in shelters and gained so much support from the public, so much support to the point that they were able to actually move out of the shelter and move into their own house or apartment with their kids. So for the people that come on here and and literally say that she is damned if she does or damned if she doesn't, that is just simply not true. People want to support her, but she refuses to do better for herself and, more importantly, better for her kids. This shit right here just cracked me up, because what do you mean, Stephanie? What do you mean you try to do solo time every day with each of your kids? Let's be honest here. No, the fuck you don't. Not only do you have 5 kids, 3 of which are in school most of the day, most of every day, but you're also living in one room. Like, what are you doing with the other kids? Are you shoving them in the bathroom and saying, it's so-and-so's turn right now, go wait in the bathroom? Like, where are the other kids at? I just don't believe for literally a second that Stephanie is doing alone time with her kids every single day. It's just simply not happening. But in all seriousness, what do you guys think is going to happen with the Resilient Jenkins / Thompsons? Because mind you, only Drew and Deshawn are actually Jenkins. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon.
And that's the part that makes people's heads spin, because it doesn't make sense anymore. It's like watching someone stand in an open door and still say they're trapped. Maybe it's the chaos. Maybe it's control. Maybe she doesn't want to change because chaos has become her comfort zone. It's what she knows. And you know how some people get used to dysfunction that peace actually feels weird? Like the quiet starts to feel threatening because you're waiting for something bad to happen. That's what it feels like here. It's like peace would force her to reflect, and reflection means accountability. And let's be real. Accountability just isn't Stephanie's strong suit. There is always a reason, always a live stream explaining why something isn't her fault or why people don't just get what she's going through. At this point, it's clear. She's not just stuck, she's choosing this life. And that's the part that really breaks your heart, because deep down, I think she truly believes she's doing her best. But you guys, doing your best shouldn't look like this. It shouldn't look like kids sleeping in clutter or growing up in fear of the next meltdown. What really gets people, though, what really hits, is that her kids deserve so much more than this cycle of survival. They deserve safety, consistency, a space that feels like home. They deserve bedtime stories, real dinners, fresh air, and a mom who is emotionally present instead of emotionally drained. But what we're getting instead is instability, clutter, tension, and exposure to harmful substances. It's like living inside a revolving door of chaos that never stops spinning. Every week feels like deja vu. The same mess, the same excuses, the same sadness. And at this point, this isn't just bad parenting, it's dangerous. The situation keeps escalating, and every single day feels like a countdown to something we all dread but can't stop watching. People online are literally begging for intervention, leaving comments like, please, someone help these kids, or CPS, where are you? And still, nothing changes. So until someone steps in, this motel remains their reality. A tiny, suffocating box that's become their whole world. A place where normalcy doesn't exist and chaos has a permanent address. When I look at all of this, the blue baggie, the yelling, the mess, the motel, it's not just shocking, it's sad. Because somewhere in all this chaos, there are children trying to survive a life they didn't choose. Kids who deserve better, kids who need more than excuses, content monetization, and live stream apologies. If Stephanie truly wanted to change, help is available. There are resources, programs, even supporters willing to step in. But right now, from everything we've seen, she's choosing not to take it. And it's costing her children the stability they desperately need. This isn't drama anymore. It's a cycle of self-sabotage playing out in public. What do you think? Was this just carelessness, or is something deeper happening behind the scenes? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe to stay updated on more to come, because this story, it's far from over, and honestly, it just keeps getting darker.